as NYGE to even think about how much of this industry we can share with our partners. But the big thing today is every Wednesday, we're doing a training on a product, one of our renewable products. And today, we're going to do our training on Autel. This is so important for you to understand. But again, what time is it now? I want to make sure everybody's got enough time to get any last minute people coming in. Check the time. Give them about another 2.5 minutes. But our focus is really simple tonight. We're going to talk about Autel. As many of you know, we started out as one of the first contracted global distributors on the planet Earth. And about a month and a half ago, we met with Autel Corporate in Long Beach, California, and we formed a partnership alliance that it's a blessing. And again, we always focus on where we're going as a company. No matter what speed bumps we run into, we focus on where we're going. One of the reasons I'm bringing that up is many of you know that June 30th, Hawaii time, midnight, our partnership program ends. It's very important to understand right now before we get started tonight that June 30th, if you have not upgraded, whether it's a 99 or the 997 as a partner, that will be closed off forever. So whether we hit I think it was 3,000 2 weeks ago, probably 1,500, 1,200 partnership positions left. Haven't really looked, but we should be somewhere under 12 or 1,500 left. But here's the bottom line. All YGE members who got in early are already preset in that partnership relationship. All new people who've never activated, who want to activate by the 30th of June, midnight Hawaii time, please do so because never is going to open again. You'll find out tonight in about a minute, we're going to get started, about how much bigger ZENYGE is than just YGE by itself. And once again, I want to thank all the people who got us here. Some of you have been with us since November. Some of you have been with us since December. Some of you have been with us since January. But here's the bottom line. Everything that we started out with, we've delivered. We had speed bumps. We've had potholes, just like any startup company. But here's the bottom line. We want to close out our partnership because the biggest benefit, and you've always heard me say this, branding sells any day. And right now, our company, your company as partners is exploding, but we want to close out the partnership relationship July 1st this year. And again, we got about 30 seconds before we get started. But once again, I want to thank you all for giving us this opportunity to serve you, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter who founded this company. What matters is the people like yourselves that keep pushing it forward or just here to serve. And the biggest benefit is that, again, unlike any other business that you could have looked at, you know, we tell you up front, we thank you for your time. We thank you for your faith. And again, we're going to get through this just one day at a time. And I'm telling you, June is here. It's amazing to think about. It's been 6 weeks. Now we're closing everything out on June 30th, 12 o'clock midnight Hawaii time. So let's go ahead and let's get started. I'm going to go ahead and switch screens real quick. So again, everybody, welcome to the Zoom call tonight. Tonight is a training. Every Wednesday is a training. Tuesday's a training. Monday's an overview of ZENYGE. So every week you have a training. Tonight, Mr. Rustin, always do the trainings on Wednesday. My focus is the renewable side of ZENYGE. So tonight, let's get started with that. So again, what's our focus? Our mission is really simple. ZENYGE is dedicated to creating emerging profit centers for our global businesses and communities, while also, it's important, prioritizing environmental sustainability. Our mission is to empower our clients to achieve sustainable growth while minimizing their impact on the environment. Very, very, very important mission statement on a global scale and a local scale. So let's talk about our commitment to sustainability. If you look at where we're coming from, sustainability and profitability are some things that a lot of companies don't think about. So why are we committed to sustainability? Well, we work tirelessly to identify and create innovative solutions that promote environmental stewardship, which means responsibility, and help other clients thrive in a changing world. We're committed to being a leader in sustainability business practices and to work collaboratively with all of our clients, work as a partnership, not just I sold you something and we're not really in business together, to create a better future for all. Now, look, we can always say we can do our part, but we know God's in control. Let's just keep that real. But we have a stewardship. The earth has been given to us until anything changes on a universal side. We have to do our best to keep it going. So sustainability on our part, our responsibility is very important. Now, profit, everything that you do in business, you should think about it being profitable. So let's talk about profitable sustainability versus non-profitable sustainability. At ZENYGE, we believe that profitability and environmental sustainability, they're mutually exclusive. If you're making profits destroying the earth, then guess what? You have no future. And we're committed to proving it through our work. We want to be able to be part of the story of how profitability and sustainability work hand in hand, or like we say in Texas, use a big word like coincide. That's what we do. So we want to work together. So again, let's talk about this. It's real simple. Do you know anybody that eats food? Do you know anybody that basically knows that by 2035, you have to have an electronic vehicle? And the question is, I know you're not going to stop eating food by 2035, but where are you going to plug in your electric vehicle? I mean, where are you going to go? I mean, think about it from a profitability, sustainability. Look, I like to eat, but that doesn't mean I'm profitable. Well, what if I got paid to eat? Then I could be real profitable and real hungry and real full. But you could do the same. This is all about you. You got to always remember what's in it for you. Can you do this? And does it make sense? Is it worth your time? So let's talk about, do you know anybody who eats food? Do you know anybody that used a food delivery app in the last 30 days? Also, do you know anybody right now that wants to or has purchased an electronic vehicle or know for sure they have to purchase one in the next few years? Well, let's talk about this. Every time we get with our partners, it's always what's in it for me. That's what you have to ask. One thing our business model always focuses on is you. It doesn't matter about me and Miss Russ. It doesn't matter about our partner, Bill. It doesn't matter about our partner, Jeremy. It's all about you. What's in it for you? And can you do this? And is it worth your time? See, most owners in our industry, it's about them telling you their story of the house on the hill that you can come visit. Not here. We want it to be you in the house on the hill that we can come visit as owners. Like, look, if I'm a founder and I come visit your house and you created that house from ZENYGE business, then we're doing the right thing. Because what's more important in business than you? And again, we always say it's a great day to start something big. Because like we say in Texas, you either go big or you go home. There's so many people that's on this call tonight, this Zoom, that can tell stories about owners, how their lifestyle is a reflection of what you joined their business for, but you never got delivered what they got out of you. That relationship is flipped backwards here at ZENYGE. As owners, as founders, we don't take salaries. We don't play that game. We work just like you, hand in hand as partners. So guess what? Today is a great day to start something big. Let's talk about that. Always want to take our legal step first, because our disclaimer protects you, and always we put you first. This may not be for everyone. We don't make income guarantees of income. You'll probably make money with our platform's compensation plan and duplicatables or duplication system. No recruiting is required. I want you to really think about what I said. If you're out there in the world and you have to recruit somebody to make an income, you're a salesperson. You're not a solution provider. You will be paid based on your own efforts and your team leadership skills. So again, what's in it for you? It's the effort you put in and your leadership skills. So biggest thing we always want to be is 100% transparent and clear. Before joining this program, we recommend you seek legal advice. We recommend you seek advice before you join this program, because by joining this program, you're making a commitment to yourself. We are only supplying the vehicles, but we want to make sure that this is for you, and you understand going in, we make no income guarantees. It is based on your own efforts. Now let's get started. So here's what the world looks like. The world's going green. Now we have people out there that say, hey, John, the political environment is going to change after the election. Hey, John, this and that. So here's what you got to think about it. In 2015, the United Nations made the accords that every UN member by 2035 has to have a specific amount of renewable green sustainability in their countries, or they have a right to vote them out of the UN. So a lot of people try to say, well, if the political party in the office today loses, your whole opportunity goes away. No, this is a UN mandate, and every country in the UN to stay in the UN has to comply with this UN mandate. So guess what? It's not about North America, South America, Asia, Africa. It's about this green earth. And it's happening with or without you, with or without us. But we're here to help go green. And again, remember, profitability and sustainability go hand in hand with ZENYGE. So look, this is important for you to understand. We've got an industry called the electronic vehicle charging station industry. Just in California alone, they need 2 million EV chargers. Just in California, the 6th largest economy in the world. And my country, Texas, is catching up. They say Texas is going to pass California in the next 36 months as far as the 6th largest economy. And it's interesting that Texas is becoming as green. I know it's an oil country, but the green in Texas is going pretty fast now. So if you live in Texas, other than California, folks, y'all have an advantage because y'all are always setting the standard as far as renewability and green. But in Cali, there's 2 million EV chargers needed today. Texas is about 180,000 to 200,000 needed today. So why is that important to talk about warehousing? We have 2 U.S. local warehouses, over 70,000. That's what I'm saying. 70,000 square feet combined for you. When you sell, I'm talking commercial tonight. When you sell the $5,000 EV charging station, do you realize it will be delivered between 7 and 12 to 14 days to any U.S. address? Think about this: Port Washington and Elm Warehouse in New York. So we've got East Coast and we got West Coast covered on, even in San Diego. We have an office in San Diego with our partner Autel, but the shipping comes east to west. So by the time, if I order an EV charging station for my commercial location and I'm in California or I'm in Texas, before the day starts, this shipped out of the warehouse east to west. It's important for you to understand that when you're part of ZENYGE, we're not some startup trying to figure out how to ship. Autel is the best partner, period, on the planet Earth. And guess what? When we can ship from east to west, all of our EV chargers, I'm talking commercial, our $5,000 units will be there on time. You will not be ashamed to know that we have 70,000 square foot on the ground in the U.S. with a couple months from now, an announcement. You'll find that our EV charger will be manufactured in the state I was born in, North Carolina. So now not only will they be shipped from North Carolina and manufactured, but the facilities in New York will also ship to the East Coast. So you'll have an opportunity to have your business grow with 3 different locations on the East Coast shipping toward the West. And that is important. Infrastructure should make sure you understand that this opportunity, although it's huge, the infrastructure is there to support our EV sales. Now, in our local U.S. R&D center in Washington, once we get to where we've hit a specific number of EV sales, and we're going to wait till the North Carolina facility open up, if you're a person that's helping build the company, you will start to see next year a visit for leaders. Make sure and stress this with you. 2024, we'll have a quarterly visitation of our manufacturing facility and our R&D facility. Well, that's next year. I'm letting you know, if you get to work today and you produce, going into next year, you'll hear conversation be like, oh yeah, so-and-so just won their trip to go visit the factory. That's next year. So right now, I'm letting you know, this is a long-term, huge opportunity for everybody. this year. So again, let's talk about our units. From a max charge of the DC V2X all the way up to the max charge of DS Fast with a 27-inch screen, all the way back to our DC Fast Charger with a 55-inch screen. Right now, we can produce between 10 and 25,000 units a month. I want to make sure you understand, because people have been asking, well, John, you know, and please only ask the question if you're selling something. It makes no sense to ask the question when you're not selling anything. So if you sell an actual unit today, a commercial unit for $5,000 from your website, then let that product be purchased on your website. Let us ship it. So we're finding that in our industry, in our business today, because it's still new to a lot of us, a lot of people don't understand that we literally can ship right now, today, 10 to 20,000 units a month. But if you're focused on your why, then you're out there making sure you're making sales. Listen, paralysis by analysis keeps you broke. Salespeople who are hungry to help facilitate their why, they don't need to know how many batteries go into an EV charging machine and how thick the cord is. That's somebody that's trying to say, okay, I'm going to learn everything before I sell. Well, guess what? The video that we have out today talks about your last 3 years, all that you've learned. Has it got you what you want? No. So the key is focus on your niche today. We're the only company in this space. If you have a favorite pizza restaurant, if you have a favorite hotel, all you got to do is say, go to my website and purchase, because all of them are looking for an EV consultant, not a salesperson. Let your customers read what they need to read. Do not be an expert, because again, experts work for people. You're a self-employed contractor with an unlimited opportunity to not only make unlimited income, but an opportunity to have unlimited clients based on two things: getting to work and focus on your why. If you're not focused on your why, there's no work. There's always that, oh, let me keep reading brochures. Work is the most important thing. It's network marketing, not net classroom, learn details of paperwork. You never make money that way. So again, you got fast, smart, reliable, easy to install, convenient units. This is one of the commercial units on your site at $5,000. It also has the ability to actually advertise. So again, this network marketing, I mean, you talking to people and you showing a picture. See, if you look on the screen right now, Autel is the only EV technology that can do a diagnostic on a car based on what we know as far as all EV chargers on a planet Earth. That's a great upsell. Here's the bottom line. If you're not in front of a client, it has no value. Head knowledge does not make a sale. A sale is in front of a prospect going, yes, I need this. Yes, I need this. Well, what do I need to do? Why don't you go to my website? I'll walk you through the purchase. Listen, we only answer questions on Friday. This is not a training. This is a outline of how to use our comp plan so you can reach your why. This is a business presentation on a product. Ain't product training in that detail, because my job is to make sure you're making money, not be educated. No disrespect. Smart people work for people. People who drop out of college hire smart people. Ask Bill Gates, ask Steve Jobs, ask Elon Musk. Why they hire so many people with degrees? Because they got to work. So again, going back to my point, these are just samples of different units. So the biggest benefit is these are more retail units. So the thing you got to remember, the commercial unit on your website, that's all you need to know about. If you end up with a project, make sure you understand this. If someone says, I need 100 units, I need 50 units, I need 10, 20, 30 units. Listen, if it's under 5 or 6 units, send them to your website. Don't waste time trying to figure out how to do a build out on 5 units. Have them buy 5 units on your website, get it shipped to them, get your commission, and move on. Now, if they say we're building out something, we have a budget, then all you got to do is contact commercial. But in this training tonight, my focus is to make sure you're using your commercial EV unit on your website tonight, instead of getting bogged down trying to figure out how to get in things that really are going to cost time and cost you money. So one of my favorite units right here is cool. This is one of the units that you'll have to, you run into when someone does have a commercial deal. So again, I'm just showing you the units you have available if, one, you're selling from your website. That is your priority. If someone says that we need this, this, and this, and the one on your website won't suffice, then you contact commercial. But right now, we know many of you have your favorite pizza restaurant. Many of you have your favorite hotel. Many of you have relationships right now where you can send your link and someone will buy a commercial unit. So don't use commercial as an excuse not to go out and make money or to make sales. Now, if they say, again, we're building something out, we have to put a bid in, all that, yes, that goes to commercial. Don't elephant hunt, shoot the gazelle so you eat every day. So again, just showing you different products. Now, the DC fast charge, I'll stop here just for a little bit of product knowledge here. These units will charge a car between 15 minutes and 20 minutes max. And remember, this is a problem most people haven't thought about. The amount of actual kilowatts put out from a unit, it doesn't matter what this charger pushes out. Each car has a different ability to accept a different level of kilowatts. People keep saying, well, John, if my client buys a DC fast charger, how fast would it charge a Tesla? How fast would it charge a Kia? How fast would it charge a blank? Here's the deal. Each one of those car manufacturers has a different system. So if you got the same amount of kilowatts coming from the DC charger, but this car is a Kia and it only will charge in 15 minutes, or this charge is a Tesla, may take 18 minutes. Well, this is a Prius or a Toyota, it may take 12 minutes. Again, the charger didn't change. The amount of output didn't change. It's the amount of electricity or power that can be absorbed into the car. So don't ever tell a client that if you buy a DC fast charger, everybody's going to be 15 minutes. That's not correct. The cars themselves are what receives the power, and each manufacturer has a different standard. Now, one thing I'll highlight, which we don't want to get into too deep, we still have our RFID card membership program. We've not launched yet. Remember, we've been talking about this for 6 months. In the screen, you see that you'll be able to buy a card in the near future. And what that does, it allows you to go into any of our charger network put out by ZENYGE, swipe the actual unit you're using, and it'll let you charge just like a membership at Sam's Club or a membership at Costco. You will, in the future, this is what I said, be able to sell these cards on a national and an international basis as we grow out the network. So again, DC fast chargers, when people ask you how fast will they charge, you say all the DC fast charger does supplies a specific amount of kilowatts. Your manufacturing battery absorption is based on your manufacturer of your car, not us. Now, what's great about our platform is that we can scale. This is the cool part. This is the nerd part. So, you got a 60 kilowatt to a 240 kilowatt. Why is that important for you? One of these units, you may be able to sell to a school district. One of these units, you may sell to a fleet. One of these units, you may sell to a city where the city knows all the cars and buses throughout the city will have a DC fast charger that can scale up in the amount of kilowatts it pushes out. That's what you see in the cabinets here. Now, look, there will be an in-depth commercial training on all these products. My job today is just an overview of do's and don'ts of what's real and what's not. So again, we're excited about Autel. The partnership is 100%. One of the things I love about this is coming soon. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this, but when you see that ISO 15118, that is where physically Autel is already the first company that can run a diagnostic on a car. So in the future, when you hear other EV chargers say we're 15118 compliant, we're already there. It's going to take them Yeah, a little while. But the other thing about this charger, if you are charging your car with this at your home or your business, I'm going to say home specifically, this unit, if you have a Texas, pay attention. If you have a blackout in Texas or a blackout in California, this unit can take the power from your car and transfer it into your house while your grid is out. That's huge. Not available today, but coming soon. Imagine, we've had over 2.5 million people in Texas go without electricity for 4 or 5 weeks. And California has rolling blackouts too. This is why if you're not a partner today, you're missing out on you're missing out. I ain't gonna get into that, but I'm just saying, imagine having a solution already for all 2 million people in Texas that experience power outages. And unfortunately, look at all the tornadoes now. I mean, people are losing their homes right and left, the wind, the water, the whole nine. Wouldn't it be nice to have a unit in an emergency case where that unit at your house with the grid being down can pull electricity from your car and power your house until the grid gets back up? That's coming soon. I just want to highlight what that technology is. Again, on the advertising and media side, please get with our chief director of Uric Media. We're working directly with the ZENYGE group, who's created the Autel media screen distribution of content. And again, all the DC fast chargers are going to have 27-inch to 55-inch screens that you can advertise your business on. So again, pay attention to what's going on there. Many of you know about and have heard about Autel went against 5 different EV charging companies and basically ended up winning an OEM for Ford. So that Ford Blue Oval network, even though it's a Ford network, they're going to be using Autel content or inside the unit itself, private label for Ford. Now, we don't have all the details on that, but the benefit is that when you go through training with the commercial division, they'll teach you the do's and don'ts of talking to a Ford dealership. But again, Autel did win out of 5 major EV companies in the world the ability for Ford to OEM their logo on the Autel technology. So that's pretty important for you to know that we're doing well in that. The Autel mobile app, which will soon be the ZENYGE app coming after we finish out everything with the June partnership. I want you to think about it. Zen Delivery app, our goal is 1 million downloads by November 30th. Now on the Autel side, you're going to get a private label app on your phone where, again, imagine being able to sell a digital monthly membership on a nationwide global scale soon, not today, but you'll be able to go in, scan a QR code on our network and basically earn crypto, and I'll leave it at that, for being a participant on the Autel network in the future. Many of you that have those Uric tokens, hold on to them. I mean, hold on to them like your significant other, your favorite chow or pot-bellied pig, because when we go this vertical, this is going to be very interesting because, again, you just heard the major announcement. We already take crypto as payment. Now, when this app comes out, it's going to absolutely change, no pun intended, the actual EV industry. And to think about it from a business point of view, if you are putting restaurants on the ZENYGE model today, a restaurant will even be able in the future to private label an app with Pizza Hut, Popeye's Chicken, and guess what? Maybe they give you free charging on the ZENYGE network. We haven't gotten there yet, but I want you to understand why it is important for you to be a partner in this company, because you ain't seen nothing yet. Just giving you highlights tonight. Same thing with warranties. A lot of people say, well, when they buy a $5,000 EV unit, John, how do we take care of them? Well, all of our units are warranted. The biggest benefit is our portal, which is already built. The YGE portal with ZENYGE is already built. On our portal, every time you sell a commercial or even a residential unit, we add it to our portal and we do maintenance on the unit, because right now Autel is the only EV charging network with a 97 plus uptime. The other networks average 82 to 84. Again, this is why we're with Autel. You be the best or you go like the rest. And we're not interested in being number two. So again, warranty is going to be there too, part of your training. Let's just talk about money for a second. And again, I don't make any guarantees of income, but I do like make sure you understand what your potential is. Let's talk about this. If you're in ZENYGE and you understand we have a 5-level unilevel comp plan, I'm going to keep this simple as peanuts and grits. If you have 5 people on your team on your first level, which you get paid 20% on the fast start of a purchase, if they all sell one, this is a commercial EV unit I'm talking about. If they all sell one commercial EV unit, you know that is it's $999 in fast start commission. So let's just do this because I'm from Texas. If you have 10 people that sell one unit, I want you to write this down in your head or on a piece of paper. This is not an income guarantee. These are numbers. Numbers don't lie, people do. So let's say next week, 10 of your people sell one unit on your front line at $4,995. As you see in the screen, that's $999 in commission. So in my world, 10 times that is $9,990. That's how I calculate it. So what would you do? This is a simple question. What would you do if next Friday you earn $9,990? What would you do with the money? How would that change your life next weekend if you just get 10 people? Look, 10 people on your team, front line to you, sell one commercial EV unit, $4,995. What would almost $10,000 do for you next week? Not next month, not next year. What would it do for you next week? Let's say 2 weeks from now. Those 10 people do the same thing. Now, this is going to be tricky because 10 times 10 is 100, okay? And I want you to use your cabeza, use your mind. Because if you're in this as a partner to reach your why, and if your why is strong enough, if your why makes you cry, it's not going to be well, I'm just going to do it for my friend. That's a lie. You have to be serious about your business, not be one of those looky-loos or, he got lucky because someone liked him. No, he, she, it, when, it's all about you. So if 100 people, look, 10 people in your first line this week sell one commercial EV next week based on the comp line, no guarantee, what would almost $10,000 do for you in commissions? Now let's go 2 weeks out. What if those 10 actually teach 10 people on your second level to do that? Well, I'm not going to get into that, but I want you to think about what is 100 times about $249? You do the math. What is 100 times $249? Where can you go in direct sales and make possibly no income guarantee, almost a certain amount of money in 2 weeks selling a product mandated by the federal government because EV cars are coming? Here's the other thing. Did you know every commercial account you sell, we do the paperwork for your customer to get them carbon credits for the amount of cars that they have charging, which means that if you sell me Joe's Pizza, Joe's Burger Shack, Uncle Bubba's Chicken Wings, Uncle Harry's Barbecue, or Aunt Annie's Kitchen, an EV charger for free, FREE, we provide that commercial location the ability to get a check from the U.S. Treasury Department every month or every quarter called carbon credits. Have you ever offered a product where your customer gets paid for buying from you? That's how serious this is. If you're not serious and you're just curious, then guess what? Disclaimer said this ain't for everybody. This is not for you. Curiosity killed the cat. The serious guy bought the hat. And that's what I'm saying to you, that you cannot be in ZENYGE saying, I'm here, I'm going to do it. Like what our favorite guy said. Art Williams said, just do it. don't talk about it. There are hundreds of thousands of EV chargers being sold every month in America. Here you are with over 70,000 square feet under the roof, can deliver a commercial EV charger within 7 to 15 days anywhere in the US based on weather. And you yourself, with just 10 people, if your 10 frontline sold just one this week, how mad would you be if ZEN paid you almost $10,000 next week? How upset would you be? And how upset would your customer be if we provide them paperwork after their install where the federal government will pay up to 70 to 80% back on the install outside of the carbon credit? So now your customer get paid twice based on you. So again, does this comp plan make sense? Yeah. What's in it for me? Can I do it worth my time? Heck yeah. If next week you can earn up to, no guarantee, 10 grand, what are you waiting on? Well, I want to make sure the color's right. Huh? What you need to make sure is your mind is right. Your why should be strong enough to, like, loose lips sink ships, but a closed mouth don't get fed. This is a game-changing business for those who get off the couch and stop talking. There's hundreds of thousands of EV chargers being sold now. And if you have 10 people front line, it'd be nice. Well, I'd be so glad to hear about some folks make about 10 grand next week. I'd be even happier if 2 weeks after that, they make almost 25,000. That's just a number, but somebody's going to do it. I challenge you to challenge the number. Don't worry about the messenger. I know I'm all jacked up because I'm human, but don't miss the point. Numbers don't lie, people do. And at the end of the day, anybody giving advice that's not making $50,000, $100,000 a month, guess what? Give them a lawnmower, let them cut your grass, because that's where you're going to end up, right next to them, taking advice from the wrong source. Let's go to past this. Now, here's the cool part. July 1st is staring us down. I'm going to give you a crazy number, and I want you to write it down. If you end up with 10 people that refer 10 people, 100 people on your team, let's just say it's a company. Company gets 10 people, then 10 people on second level, 1,000 people on third level. Say the company gets 10,000 people on the fourth level. Then the company ends up with 100,000 people on the fifth level. And you're part of the partnership pool. Hypothetically, no income guarantee, right? How upset would you be if 111,010 people sold just one commercial? I want you to do the number. 111,000 people sell just one $5,000 charger. Get your calculator out. 111,000 or 110,000 people sell one unit at 5,000, rounded up. And let's say the net of that is blank. If you're in the pool, you understand whatever our net profit is, 5% is shared by the partners evenly. If you activate for $99 or you activate for $987, you save on 3 months of charge, guess what? You're in the pool at $987 for 12 months. If you do the $99 a month, you're in every month. Where can you find a business opportunity selling a product mandated by the federal government that next week, if you get your 10 to sell one, possibly no income guarantee? I ain't getting into that, but numbers don't lie, people do. Where can you go? You can't. ZENYGE is so unique and we're so well positioned that you got to think about what's in it for you. Can you do this? And is it worth your time? That's why our products are superior, but same thing with our business opportunity. I have never in 35 years seen an opportunity where with zero money out of your pocket, you can refer 10 people. If everybody sells one commercial unit this week, you possibly could make up to 10 grand next week. And guess what? You can pull it out in Bitcoin. You can pull it out in Ethereum. So my question is, what's in it for you? Can you do this? Is it worth your time? Well, that's on you. We cannot guarantee income. All we can guarantee is we'll provide that 5% pool if you want to be a partner. I don't know. Our partners don't know how big we can be. All I know is if we get the right partners and they get to work and they hold hands with us on the corporate side, what's wrong with having $1 billion company? You know, what's wrong with that? A lot of people say, well, John, that's too big of a number. Well, that's great. The disclaimer said this may not be for everybody. And again, we don't want to push your hand. Your why is what got you here. This 5% pool is no joke. If you think about just on the membership, 10 shares gifted to you, 1,000 tokens gifted to you, 1,000 TV commercials using a brand, the company, $9.97, you get 3 months free, 2,000 shares gifted, 20,000 tokens gifted, all of those tokens. And again, 20,000 TV commercials. If we have 10,000 people and we hit the 10,000 number, do you realize that's 10 million TV commercials on television and the internet to brand your company? And you have June till June 30th to make a decision to be in a position to change your life. We can only provide the platform. The federal government's provided the opportunity. We're just providing a solution. So again, every week we have training on Monday for ZEN Delivery, best delivery service on the planet Earth. On Tuesday, our brand partner training. We're going to train you, make sure you don't fail. If you show up, your life will get up. Same thing Wednesday night, we'll be doing renewable energy on a specific product, highlighting this week tonight on June 30th is coming. Thursday night, we have a beautiful business opportunity by Bill, our partner. And I'm going to tell you, don't miss a business opportunity. He's a wealth of wisdom. Last and not least, every Friday, we have a question and answer. From Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, we don't answer questions. We talk to you about what is real and what's not. On Friday night, you'll have all questions from YGE to ZEN, all wrapped into one. We have given you the tools. So again, we're way past the 3,100. That was a week ago. So right now, we don't know how many, partnerships are left for people who activate. All I know is documentation beats conversation. Our comp plan is legal. Now you're able to earn crypto legally. You're able to actually help with a federal mandate for cars. And there are 38 million people a week in America ordering food through the food delivery app. Now in Texas, we call that a clue. So all we can do is offer the platform to you. We've got events coming up in Maryland next week. We'll be in Florida after that. Then we got events coming up in Atlanta. So we're on the road helping you build your team. So pay attention to your emails for events. We've got promotions coming up too. But our focus right now for the next 9 days, close out the partnerships. We can't tell you what this company is going to look like a year from now, but we can tell you we're going to be bigger than we actually expected from last year with the ZEN merger. And again, all we can do is serve you, keep you updated, keep you paid. Make sure if you're in YG, follow those emails. Get your tree. Make sure your downlines are correct. Because once July 1st hits, it's a whole new ball game. So again, I like to say thank you so much, because at the end of the day, you could be anywhere. You could be in any business opportunity they're pitching out there in Utah and North Dallas. All those MLMs are our cousins. But here's the bottom line. If you're in a Me Too deal, great. But it's always a great day to start something big. And last but not least is, we're here to serve. We're here to make sure we do our best. All I can just say, thank you for the partners, Miss Cynthia, Mr. Bill, Mr. Jeremy, thank you for letting me be your partners. And those who become new partners, thank you for partnering up with us. It's John Rustin and Alpharetta in one of our offices saying thank you for being here, and we'll catch you on the next Zoom. Hold on 1 second.
Okay, well, I wanted him to kill the video, but anyway, thank you so much, everybody, for joining this evening. We appreciate you. We appreciate your time. I hope you guys got enough information from Sir John Rustin this evening in regards to the electric charging station that we have, and also how to get out there and share the opportunity in the sense of all the commercials, homes, to have their charging